Everyone is excited when they start a business. There's energy, there's vision, there's this feeling of this could actually work. But staying excited, staying connected, staying in it when it's not working yet, that's the real work of entrepreneurship. Because at some point, things get quieter than you expected. The results take longer. The content starts to feel like pressure. Selling starts to feel heavy, and you start asking yourself a question you didn't expect to ask. Is this even for me? And today I want to talk about that moment because it's not about motivation. It's about whether the way you're building your business actually supports you. We've been taught that the key to success is consistency. Just keep showing up, stay disciplined, push through. And yes, consistency matters, but what no one talks about is this. If the way you're showing up feels disconnected from you, if it feels forced, if it feels draining, then consistency becomes exhausting. And eventually, you don't just lose motivation, you lose connection. Connection to your business, to your message, to the people you wanted to help. So this episode is about something deeper, not how to stay motivated, but how to build your business in a way that actually sustains you. So you don't have to force yourself forward, so you feel pulled forward again. You're listening to the From Scratch podcast, the podcast for bold entrepreneurs who are done with cookie cutter advice, done with burnout, and done with building businesses that don't actually feel good. I'm your host, Kary, a near $1 million course creator, brand strategist, and business coach for women who are ready to do it differently. 7 years ago, I hit a level of success and still ended up crying on the bathroom floor. So trust me when I say starting from scratch isn't about starting over. It's about taking your power back and rebuilding on your own terms. Every week, you'll get unfiltered stories, bold strategies, and the mindset shifts you need to build with soul, sell with strategy, and grow something that feels like you. So let's get into it. The other day, I was watching my daughters play outside. They had this little setup with a cardboard box, nothing fancy, no toys, no structure, just a box, some crayons, and a flashlight. And they turned it into a secret clubhouse. They were in it for hours, or at least it felt like hours to me, laughing, whispering, making up stories. And what stood out to me was how easy it looked. There was no forcing them to play, no convincing them to stay engaged. They were completely immersed because it felt like them. It matched their imagination, their energy, their way of playing. And I remember thinking, this is what it's supposed to feel like. Not hard to stay in, not something you have to push yourself to keep doing, but something that naturally pulls you back. And that's exactly what your business should feel like. Not easy all the time, but aligned enough that you want to keep coming back every day. Let's normalize something first. Losing excitement does not mean you're not cut out for this. It usually means something is off in how you're building. Because when your strategy is misaligned, everything starts to feel heavier than it needs to be. Your content starts to feel like, I don't know what to say anymore. Your selling starts to feel like, why does this feel so uncomfortable? Showing up starts to feel like, I have to do this instead of I want to do this. And here's the part most people miss. That's not a motivation problem. That's a strategy problem. Because if your business requires constant output, constant presence, constant energy just to make progress, of course you're exhausted. Of course you're questioning it. Of course it feels like maybe this isn't for you. But the issue isn't you. It's that your business is asking for something you can't sustainably give. Excitement doesn't come from hype. It comes from alignment. When your business starts reflecting you again, your voice, your values, your natural way of thinking and teaching, something shifts. Your content feels clearer. Your message feels stronger. Your energy comes back. Not because everything is perfect, but because it feels like you again. And when that happens, you stop pushing yourself forward and you start feeling pulled forward. That's the difference between burnout and momentum. So how do you rebuild your connection to your business? Let's make this really practical. If you're in a place where things feel heavy, disconnected, or forced, here's exactly what I want you to do. Step 1, identify what feels heavy. Start here. Ask yourself, what part of my business feels the most draining right now? Be honest. Is it content, selling, your offer, your schedule? Because heaviness is a signal. It's not something to ignore. It's pointing you directly to what needs to shift. Step 2, find the misalignment. Now ask, why does this feel heavy? Not surface level answers here. Go deeper. Is it because you're trying to sound like someone else? You're overcomplicating your message? You're selling in a way that doesn't feel natural to you? You're doing too much instead of doing what actually works? This is where clarity starts. Because once you see the misalignment, you can change it. Step 3, Simplify your approach. This is where most people go wrong. They try to fix burnout by doing more content, more strategies, more effort. But what usually works is less noise, less pressure, more focus. Ask yourself, what actually moves the needle in my business? And what am I doing that doesn't need to be there? Simplify until your business feels manageable again. Step 4, reconnect to the work that feels like you. This is the most important step. Ask yourself, what part of my business feels natural to me? Where do I feel most like myself? Maybe it's teaching, maybe it's storytelling, maybe it's connecting in conversations. Lean into that because your business should be built around your strengths, not against them. And step number 5, redefine what progress looks like. A lot of the pressure you feel is coming from expectations, timelines, comparison, how fast you think things should be working. So ask yourself, what if I allow this to take the time it actually needs? What if progress wasn't measured by speed, but by alignment? So here's your move. Today, I want you to choose one thing in your business that feels heavy. And instead of pushing through it, I want you to adjust it. Simplify it, shift it, realign it, even if it's slightly, because small shifts in alignment create big shifts in energy, and energy is what creates consistency. So if you've been feeling disconnected from your business, if you've been questioning whether it's for you, I want you to hear this clearly. You don't need more motivation. You need a better way of building your business. Because when your business supports you instead of draining you, everything changes. Your energy comes back, your clarity comes back, your excitement comes back. And that's how you stay in this long enough to actually win. And if you're in a place where things feel heavy, stuck, or disconnected right now, it's not because you're not cut out for this. It's because your strategy isn't working for you. And we can fix that. Book a one-on-one coaching call with me and we'll map out a strategy that feels aligned, sustainable, and actually drives real results. So you can fall back in love with your business and start finally seeing momentum.